Hare Krishna, I welcome everyone to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Thank you all so much for joining us today and giving us your very valuable association. It's very, very special because it is Sunday and Sunday is reserved for the kids' presentation session. So, all our children who want to make lovely presentations take this opportunity to come forward and present on a topic of their choice. This helps them develop presentation skills, speaking skills, and it is a stepping stone for them to become great preachers in Krishna consciousness. So we are very, very happy today to have Karthik with us. Karthik is just 8 years old and he lives in Baltimore and he goes to CLES school. He is a very active student of the Govinda class, extremely talented, a very expert painter. He excels. He really excels in painting and other craft work. And he's a lot for his age. He does it amazingly well. So he has some masterpieces that he always shares after the class, after the craft class, or after the drawing classes. So very, very talented. And his sister is Anshita, who is a very wonderful singer. And many people know this, both Karthik and Anshita. They are very active in Bhakti Sangha Kids Academy. Anshita is a student of the Madhava class, and Karthik is a student of the Govinda class. So their parents are Krishna Kripa Prabhu and Radharani Mataji. And Karthik loves learning all sorts of art, and he's an excellent Mridanga player as well. And his favorite pastime is to attend the Bhakti Sangha classes. So we are very, very happy to have Karthik on call with us, and Karthik is going to share about a very, very interesting topic, which is Dashavatara. So we are very happy to have you, Karthik. You can start your presentation on Dashavatara.
Thank you, Mataji. I'm going to be doing a kirtan for 2 minutes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare ज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जलशलाकया तक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषे शून्यवाणी भासते सदारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री वैतक शिव सारी गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Today I'll be telling about the 10 Dasavatars.
Loudly.
And the avatars of Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is incarnated in various lifetimes through different yugas, ages, or in situations where Dharma was in danger because of certain evil elements in the world. In Matsya story, Lord Vishnu incarnates himself as Matsya. As Matsya. A king named Manu was performing several penances for thousands of years. One day he was performing ablution with river water. A small fish came in his hands and said, as just about as he was about to throw it in the river, the fish requested the king to save its life and don't throw it in the water. So he put it in a jar, and then he took it home. And then the next day it became big, and it was not big enough in to fit in the jar. Then then Manu then Manu put it in the river, but then it got bigger than the river, and then he put it in the ocean. Then it, and then finally Manu realized it was Lord Vishnu himself, and the Lord appeared at once and had a special request for the king. It he predicted the yuga will end by a huge flood in 7 days, and requested the king to build a huge boat and take the seven sages with him, seeds of one of each type of plant and one of each type of animal. He told him that he would appear as a fish, and then he had to tie the boat to get to the top of Mount Himalaya. And then after 7 days, he got all the animals, one of each type of animals, and then and then and then they tied the boat to the fish with Vasuki, and then they went to Mount Himalaya, kept there until the flood was over. And then the new king and then the new era, the king started pre-creation for the new era. The story of Kurmavatar. In Kurmavatar, Lord Vishnu incarnates himself as a turtle. This is an interesting story involving both the gods and asuras. In the in the ongoing stages of battle between the gods and asuras. On one association, the gods suddenly lost their strength due to the curse of a short-tempered sage Durvasa. The sage presented a garland of flowers to the gods, who carelessly gave it away to his elephant, which trampled it. The devatas approached Vishnu, and Vishnu asked them to turn the ocean of milk, adding medicines into the ocean. Mount Mandara could be used to churn his stick. He said he requested them to ask them help of Asuras in lifting the mountain, exchange of offer of the shares of nectar in immortally that would assumed from the churning. Both of the Devatas and the Asuras churned the ocean. Using the serpent Vasuki, the rope, at the start playing in no, using the serpent Vasuki. Then the gods asked Asuras the head, and but the Asuras wanted the head, so they took the head, and then they were churning and churning and churning. Then all the poison of Vasuki came out, and then it started weakening the Asuras, and then Lord Vishnu incarnated himself as a turtle, and it was about the mountain was about to fall, so he came as a turtle, and then made he didn't make the mountain fall down. So and then soon the amrita was out, the medicine, and then the asuras had it first, and then the asuras had it first, but before they was about to drink it, Lord Vishnu came and said, um, requested all them to give the amrita to the um, to the devatas, and then they drank it all, and then the asuras were totally weakened. And story of Vara Avatar. In Vara Avatar, Lord Vishnu incarnated himself as a boar in this world. A demon Hiranyaksha had prayed for Lord Brahma and got rewarded a boon that no beast, nor man, nor god could kill him. But somehow, from a list of beasts, the name boar was missing. This proved to be his um missing, and then with the power he pushed the earth all the way down to Patalaloka, over the under of the sea. He stole the Vedas, the holy scriptures from Lord Brahma while he was asleep, and performing huge uh, a tour. He and then he retrieved the and then Lord Vishnu incarnated himself as a boar, and then he picked up the earth and put it on his nose because he did not have any other place to put it. So and then he fighted Hiranyaksha, and then Hiranyaksha died, and then he put the earth back in its place and put the scriptures back to safe custody of Brahma. Lord, the story of Narsimha Avatar. In Narsimha Avatar, Lord Vishnu incarnated himself as semi-man, semi-lion in this world. He wanted in this world. The king of demons, Asuras, Hiranyakashipu, wanted to become immortal. He wanted to remain young forever. To this end, he meditated for Lord Brahma, and because of his several penance, the gods were frightened and asked Brahma to pacify the king. King the king. Brahma was impressed by the austerities. He granted him a wish. Hiranyaksha wished that he be neither killed by a man or a beast, nor in day or at night, or in the inside or outside a building. After obtaining the wish, he considered himself the supreme god of for Bel. All worship of gods by anyone, but his son Prahlad only served Lord Vishnu, and then this and then Hiranyakashipu was very mad. He ordered numerous ways to kill Prahlad, including asking his sister Holika to sit with Prahlad in the fire. But every time Prahlad escaped unhurt, and because Lord Vishnu was helping him, and he always said, um, Lord Vishnu's name. Uh, he said Lord Vishnu's name all the time. So he was not hurt. And then Hiranyakashipu got very mad, and then he asked Prahlad where his Lord is, and he said he's everywhere. Hiranyakashipu asked, "Is he in the? Is he in this pillar?" And then he said, "Yes." And then he broke the pillar down, and then the Lord came there. Lord Vishnu then emerged as half lion, half man, nor the pillar which was neither inside the house nor outside the house. And the time was evening, neither night nor day. He he then killed Hiranyakashipu, thus saving his life of his devotee Prahlad. The story of Vamana. In Vamana avatar, Lord Vishnu incarnates himself as a dwarf priest in this world. Bali, the grandson of Prahlad, was very mighty Asura. By his penance and might, he conquered the whole world. Indra and other gods were fearing that the Asura would conquer all the three worlds. They all went to Lord Vishnu for help. Lord Vishnu was then born as a dwarf, Vamana, in the household of a Brahmin family. He went to Bali on growing up and asked for land. Bali was for three steps of land that his feet could cover. So, and then Bali was delighted to offer him anything. He he requested the priest next to Bali warned that it was Lord Vishnu. Then Bali got more happier because he thought Lord Vishnu was falling at his feet. So then um, Bali gracefully agreed. Lord Vishnu then grew in size and conquered the earth in one step and heaven in two steps. And due to and then he asked, "Where should I put my third foot?" And then he said, "Bali said on my head." So Bali was crushed to Pataloka, saving the heaven and the earth. And Lord Vishnu, the story of Parshurama Avatar. In Parshurama Avatar, Lord Vishnu incarnates himself as a Brahmin in this world. He was brought in this world to average all Kshatriyas who had become um, uh, he came to average all the Kshatriyas. One day, a king named Kshatriya, and then he was brought in this world to average all Kshatriyas. His father Jamadagni and his mother Renuka was his parents, and then one day he was and then one day his a king came to his house, and once he was very hungry, and then he said, "This food is very delicious. Where did it come from?" And then Jamadagni said it was from our cow, which would give endless quantities of milk. After the king said, "Can I have your cow?" And then he said, "Get out of my house." And then the king got very mad. And then the next day the cow was gone from their shed because the king stole it. Then Jamadagni was very mad and killed the king and brought his cow back. On hearing this, the son of the king came back and killed Jamadagni and then took the cow. Parshuram was very mad at this, and then he killed his the son the king's son, and then he got his cow back, and then he went and averaged the death of his father by killing all Kshatriyas in 21 battles. And the story of Rama, the story of Rama Avatar. Rama Avatar, Lord Vishnu incarnates himself as Rama, the central character in the epic Ramayana. In the epic, the character Rama is expected to show the world the characteristics of an idle person, including idle son, idle husband, idle king, and idle brother. And Rama was incarnated upon his planet to get rid of the Asura with 10 heads. Ravana, who had been granted a boon by Brahma. Then no god could kill him, only a man could kill him. And Rama was born as a Rama was born as a man, and and then in Rama was born, and Lakshmi, wife of Lord Vishnu, was born as Sita, and his wife to be in this life. The story of Ramayana is an exciting nail-biting story, which means it's very exciting, and you wanna see what happens next. The story of the war raged by Rama against the various evil elements of the world, and in the end against Ravana. Ramayan is Ramayan is Ramayan uh, uh, and um then it is the Ramayan shows with special focuses on man, wife relationship, son father relationships, and the rule of idle government by the king. In Krishna Avatar, Lord Vishnu incarnates himself as Krishna, the central character in the epic Mahabharata, in the biggest epic of Indian mythology, uh, uh, including the topics are covered by including war, love, brotherhood, politics. It is essentially the story of two warring groups of cousin brothers, the Pandavas and the Kauravas. As a part of Mahabharata during the war, Krishna gives a long discourse of to his disciple, and then he was saying Bhagavad Gita slokas. Uh, Krishna, during his childhood, was responsible for killing Kamsa. Krishna is Kamsa. Krishna is also considered to be ultimate playboy who is responsible of charming all the gopis around him. Unlike Ramayana, Mahabharata deals with more down to earth issues like politics, human nature, human weakness, and does not attempt to idealist of characters as in Ramayana. Krishna also killed different demons, like you can't count how many they killed. Some Putana and Bakasura, Agasura, and then Akasura, and and many more. In the story of in Buddha Avatar, Lord Vishnu incarnates himself as Buddha, the aesthetic prince who renounced the throne to lead the world on the path of peace. He was founder of Buddhist religion across the whole world. In sen- and then when he was born, um, after a few years, his mother died, and uh, then he was named Siddhartha, meaning all things fulfilled by the king. But his mother died soon after his birth. But Prajapati, the sister of Maya, brought Siddhartha up. Buddha was saddened by his death of living creatures since his childhood days, and used to question, alas, do all living creatures kill each other? He wasn't happy with any answers that were provided to him, and he decided to find out the true meaning. And he did ablution. He did ablution's truth, and he left his wife and children. Um, and went into the forest and did meditation. One day he became the enlightened one. His preachings spawned the religions of Buddhism, now popular across the whole world. Story of Kalki Avatar. In Kalki Avatar, Lord Vishnu incarnates himself as Kalki, the machine man who will come riding his white horse and with his blazing sword in his hands. This is supposed to be a future avatar of Lord Vishnu at the end of Kali Yuga. He will punish all evildoers in this world, destroy the world, and recreate the golden age again. Kalki is the last avatar of Lord Vishnu. Sri Dasvarta. Now I will sing some slokas. Pralaya prayodi jale ritavana sivedam वीतवैत्रचरितमगेयं केशवतीत हीनशरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे श्रुतिहितविपुलचरे पृष्ठति तव पृष्ठे धरणि किन चक्र गरिष्ठे केशवतीत कूर्म शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे वसति दशन शिखरे धरणी धवलाज्ञा शशिनि कलंक कले निमग्ना केशवधृता शूकर रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरे नका अद्भुत शृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु धनभृंगा केशवतीत नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे शलियसि विग्रमणे बलिहृदत वामना पदनख नीरज नित जन पावन केशवदीत वामन रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे श्रुति क्षत्रहृदयमये जगतपक गतपापं स्नपयसि पायसि समेत भवतापं केशवतीत भूपतिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे वितरसि दीक्षिरणे दिक्पति कमनीयं दशमुखमौलिबलिं रमणीयं केशवजीत रामशरीर जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे वितरसि वहसि वपुषि विशदे वसनं जलदाज्ञं हलातवीतमलिति यमुनाभं केशवदीत हलतररूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे निषदन निषदय यज्ञविदार आह श्रुतिजातं सदय हारति Dasha Dasha Dashasita Pashugatam Keshavalita Buddha Sharira Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Malachani Nihavani Tare Kalkashi Karanliyam धूमकेत इव किम् अभिकारं केशवतीत कल्किशरीरा जय जगदीश रे जय जगदीश रे जय जगदीश रे. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
That was wonderful, Karthik. Thank you so much. You were so patient and you taught us about the entire Dasavatar series fully. Thank you so much for that. And I really loved the way you very calmly and in a very composed manner presented the entire thing. It was nice to learn that Kalki is the machine man. That interesting. And thank you so much for your beautiful rendition of the Dashavatar Stotra. So learn from you, Karthik. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Karthik, that was a very nice presentation.
Hare Krishna Karthik. That was a very nice presentation.
Hare Krishna Karthik, that was a very nice presentation.
Hare Krishna Karthik, thank you for a very nice presentation. I am sure you explained the stories very nicely. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Karthik, this is Shubhra. It was a very nice presentation, and I love that they sing the 9 Dashavataras very nicely.
Hare Krishna Karthik, I like the stories in your presentation and I like the song.
Hare Krishna Karthik, I like the presentation.
Hare Krishna Karthik, thank you for the very nice class. I like the presentation and the song.
Hare Krishna Karthik. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Hare Krishna Karthik, it was so nice. You covered all the stories and I also sang the very nice Dasavatar Stotra. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you for the opportunity. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Karthik, Dandavat Pranam. It was very beautiful presentation, Karthik. So nice. You have seen at the end all these slokas of Dashavatara. It was nice to hear from you all the stories. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
And you look very cute. You're so cute.
My grandparents are also there.
Anjana Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Hari Bol Mataji. Yes, thank you so much, Karthik. Once again, we can move to now. Our rhyme, Damodar, Govinda, and Madhava kids, they can share their presentation, whatever they learned last week. They can share rhyme, they can share slokas, whatever they learn. Okay. So, anybody want to go?
Subhadra.
Subhadra and Janvi, yes.
Atachutam samadatum nashnoki maisteram apayasa yogena tato mam ichaptam dhananjaya. Each day is a Valentine's Day. If we have Krishna in our life, all of us are children of God. That is love and care for each other. Love is to service and service to please. Please the Supreme Lord in our heart. Each day is a Valentine's Day. If we have Krishna in our life, to love God is the goal of our life. He is loving us eternally. Krishna is a father, Krishna is a master. He is the source of love everywhere. Hello, the Chandrakala said, Vanamala Vamshi, Ratna Gada, Prena Kili Kala Vilasam, Shyamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Subhadra. Janvi's turn. Yes, Janvi, can you see the sloka?
Atachitam Samadatmam Nasaknasha Mahishiram Abhyasayog Tato Mam Ichaptum Dhananjaya. Alola Chandrakala Sadvaramaya Vamsi Ratnagadam Panayakari Karam Saranga Mangalalita Nada Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Each day is a Valentine's Day. If we have Krishna in our life, all of us are children of God. Let us love and serve.
Yes.
Care for each other. Love is serve and service to please. Please us to put in our heart. Each day is a Valentine's Day. If you have Krishna in our lives, to love God is to go love our life. He is loving us eternally. Krishna is a father. Krishna is a master. He is the source of love everywhere.
And this to the slow again. See, guys, into much.
Shri Gajendra Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai Yata Tachavnakam Dibijaye Sayati Mahi.
Thank you so much, Janvi. Thank you. Anybody want to next?
Balavrinda.
Yes, Balavrinda, go ahead.
Atachittam Samaradum Nadanoji Maishriya Abhyasa Yogana Jatam Jagdum Dhananjaya.
Each day is a Valentine's Day.
Each day is a Valentine's Day.
If we have Krishna in our lives, all of us, children of God, let us love and care for each other. Love is to serve and serve is to please. Please the Supreme Lord in our heart. Each day is a Valentine's Day. If we have Krishna in our life, to love God is the goal of our life. He is loving us eternally. Krishna is our
Father, Krishna is our master.
He is the source of love. See, Guardians over.
Shri Gajendra Vacha Om
Namo Bhagavate.
Namo Bhagavate Dasai. Jaya Jaya Vijay.
Alola Chandra.
Alola Chandra Kala Sadvanamaya Vamshi Ratna Gadam Pranageri Kalavirasam Shamantri Bangalalitam Yadat Prakasham Govindamadi Bhujam Tamam Bhajami. Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, can Shubhadra go, Mataji?
Yes, Subhadra. Yes, go ahead.
Atachittam Shamandhatum Nakshnoshi Maistriyam Abhyasa Yogana Tato Mam Ipchaptum Dhananjaya. Each day is a Valentine's Day. If we have Krishna in our life, all of us are children of God. Let us love and care for each other. Love is to serve and serve is to please. Please the Supreme Lord in our heart. Each day is a Valentine's Day. If we have Krishna in our life, to love God is the goal of our life. He is loving us eternally. Krishna is our Father. Krishna is our Master. He is the source of love everywhere. Shri Gajendra Bacha Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai Yat Edachidatmakam Purushayadi Bijamam Parishayadi Parishayavi Dhimahi.
Thank you, Subhadra.
Mataji, can I say the translation?
Yes.
The king of elephants, Gajendra said, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Person Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Because of him, this material body acts due to the presence of spirit, and he is therefore the root causes of everyone. He is worshipable for such exalted persons as Brahma and Shiva, and he has entered the heart of every living being. Let me meditate upon him.
Thank you so much.
Alola Chandra Kala Sadvana Maya Vamshi Ratna Gadam Pranam Keli Kala Vilasham Shamam Tribhanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Brajami. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Subhadra. Isa and Vikram, can you go next?
Come on, Didi.
Yes, Mataji. Yagna Artha Karma Nonitra
Krishna Mataji, can I do?
Yes, after.
Each day is a Valentine's Day. If we have Krishna in our lives, all of us are children of Lord God. Let us love each other, love and care for each other. Love is to serve and service to please the Supreme Lord in our heart. Each day is a Valentine's Day. If we have Krishna in our lives, to love God is the goal of our life. He is loving us eternally. Krishna is our Father and our Master. Krishna is the source of love. Krishna is the source of love everywhere. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Isa and Vikram. Can you go next?
Yes, Mataji. Yagna Artha Karma Nonitra Lokoyam Karma Bandanaha Tada Artham Karma Kunteya Mukta Sangha Samachaha. Each day is a Valentine's Day if we have Krishna in our heart. All of us are children of God. Let us love and care for each other. Krishna is our each day is a Valentine's Day if we have Krishna in our life. All of us are children of God. Let us love and care for each other. Love is to serve and service to please the Supreme Lord in our heart. Each day is a Valentine's Day if we have Krishna in our life. To love God is the goal of a life. He is loving us eternally. Krishna is his father, Krishna is our master. He is the source of love everywhere. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Anybody else? Subhadra, everybody did. Mataji. Binta Mataji, can you take over the call? If you are free. I think all the kids, they already did, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, I think everybody has covered. And Govinda did not have any classes today. This week, they're having just a break. So I think we are done, Mataji. Is there anybody who would like to present anything? Is there anybody remaining?
Mukunda want, Pralad wants, maybe they had want to do the slokas yesterday.
Yes. Mukunda and Pralad.
What, mommy?
Yes, we can end the call, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Vancha kalpa tarobhyasya
Thank
kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Koti Vaishnavendra ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhakti ki jai, Karthik ki jai, all Damodar Govinda Madhava kids ki jai. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.